Okay, so now in today's video, I'm going to show you 10 common dispute strategies that you can use to challenge an inaccurate charge-off on your credit report or your consumer's credit report. This is Mark Claiborne, the founder of StartupCreditRepairBusiness.com, your mentor and your coach. And in today's video, I'm going to show you 10 strategies, 10 things that you can use to challenge an inaccurate charge-off on your credit report or your customer's credit report. Now, credit repair reviews and charge-offs, that's what we're going to talk about today. As you can see right in front of you, there are a couple of dispute reasons that you can use whenever you're trying to challenge a charge-off on your credit report or your customer's credit report. So hang in there. This video is going to be about 10 minutes long, but you're going to get a lot of value out of it. So, dispute reasons whenever you're challenging any inaccurate information on a consumer's credit report, you have to have a reason why you are challenging this information, right? You're not going to just say it's not mine. That dispute strategy is old, it's done, and you don't want to dispute like that anyways. So one of the dispute reasons, which is right here on the screen, dispute reason 1, it's the wrong balance. So if you are looking at your credit report or if you're looking at a consumer's credit report, you want to take a look at the balance. Is the balance correct? Now, the only one that's going to know that whether it's correct or not is you or the consumer. Now, you would know if the balance is correct or not, but sometimes the creditor adds on all these additional fees. So more than likely, the balance is not correct. So you can challenge it based on that. Okay, another dispute reason 2 would be the creditor and the collector, it's reporting it at the same time. So it's kind of like a duplicate reporting. The creditor is reporting the charge-off and the collector is reporting the charge-off. Now, how can the collector and the creditor both report a charge-off on the credit report? Only one person can report that charge-off. The creditor can't report it and the collector can't report it, so there's some problems there, right? So you just have to have a skilled eye to see that there's something wrong with this particular account on your credit report. Again, this is another dispute reason that you can use to challenge inaccurate information because obviously it's not correct. It's not reporting 100% accurate, right? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act states that it has to report 100% accurate. All right, here's another dispute reason. Dispute reason 3, all right? The open date is wrong. So when you're looking at the credit report, you're looking at what? The open date. You're looking at the open date. Okay, when did this account, when was it open, right? So if you see that the open date is wrong, so you know that the reporting is not correct. They're not reporting it 100% correct, right? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act states again that anything that's reported on a consumer's credit report has to be reported 100% correct. So not only can you dispute this with the credit bureaus, but you can also dispute it directly with the creditors, stating that, hey, look, dude, you're not reporting this correctly. It's wrong. I didn't open this account on this date. I opened this account on that date. You either fix it or delete it off my credit report. These are some dispute reasons you can use. Okay, dispute reason 4. Again, we're talking about credit repair reviews and removing a charge-off off of your credit report. So dispute reason 4 is date of last activity. Now, what does that mean? What does date of last activity means? The last date there was any activity on that particular account, that charge-off. The last time that you made a payment, right? So that's what date of last activity means. It means the last time that you or one of your customers made a payment on that account. Now, when you look at the credit report, sometimes the creditor or the collector, especially the collector, they buy the charge off from the creditor and then they try to re-age your account and make the date of last activity a more recent date, like today, for example. So that's re-aging of an account. So the date of last activity is wrong is a problem. All right. You also can try what we call pay for deletion. Now, if you are a skilled practitioner in credit repair, then you already know what pay for deletion is. But if you're new and you're trying to repair your own credit report, then you don't really know what pay for deletion is. So pay for deletion is basically you're offering the creditor or the collector a certain amount of money. In return, they will delete the item from your credit report. That's what a pay for deletion is. So this is another way, if all your dispute efforts fail, then this is another way to get the inaccurate charge off of your credit report. Because sometimes credit bureaus can be very stubborn when it comes to assisting consumers with repairing their own credit. It's crazy, right? But yeah, negotiate a pay for deletion. Hey, creditor, I'll give you the full balance. In return, you deleted off my credit report. Again, we're talking about credit repair reviews and charge-offs. All right, settle in dispute. Now, this is another way, this is another strategy that you can use to get inaccurate information off of your credit report or your consumer's credit report if the credit bureaus and the creditors are giving you a hard time. I mean, you can settle this debt for pennies on the dollar. I mean, literally 50% on the dollar. You can settle this debt for pennies on a dollar, right? And then after it's settled, it's some improvement in your credit score. Then you can go back and look at it again on the credit report once it's settled, see if there's any inaccurate reporting, and dispute it again. You see? Now, the creditor or collector, they really don't have any investment really in responding to your dispute because you've already settled it out. So there's another way you can do that, okay? All right. Payment arrangement to remove it. Now, this doesn't always work, but sometimes it does work. And a lot of creditors, original creditors, they will give you this spiel, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. It's the policy and it's the procedure and we have to report it 100% accurate, which is true. But they also make their internal rules, right? So you can also ask them, hey, look, if I set up a payment arrangement with you, would you forgive a couple of the late payments, right? Or if I set up a payment arrangement with you, will you remove this charge off the credit report? Now, good luck with the creditor. Now, this will work a lot better with the collection agency because they don't care. They're scum anyway, so they can care less. They just want their money. But you're going to have a hard time with the creditor if you use this strategy, all right? Okay, violation and a lawyer. So I like this one. I love this one. This is usually the one I go to first before I use all those other ones. I usually send the first dispute round out first, and if that doesn't work, and if I find a violation. Now, with this strategy, you have to be trained to find the violation. You have to know what the violation is. If you don't know what the violation is, you can't leverage it, right? So if you find a violation with this charge off, you will address it with the creditor or with the credit bureau. And if they don't fix the error, step two or round two would be to take this account and give it to a law firm, a Fair Credit Reporting Act lawyer who can fight for you and get the inaccurate charge off removed, settled, and give you some money too at the same time for the creditor or the credit bureau violating your rights. All right, the 1099 and still trying to collect. I love this one too. There's a lot of controversy around the creditor sending you a 1099 and reporting it to the IRS, writing it off as a bad debt, but yet they are still trying to collect from you on your credit report. There's a lot of case law around this. There's a lot of different opinions. Can the creditor still try to collect and write it off at the same time? Some courts say yes, some courts say no. It's all over the board, actually. So, in my opinion, I just don't think that if they're going to write it off as a bad debt, they still should be trying to collect on it. There's law firms out there that will handle these type of cases. You can try to use it as an argument. Hey, why are they trying to collect this balance when they wrote it off and then they sent it to the IRS and now the IRS is making me pay taxes on it But yet, creditor, you are still trying to collect the money. It's like I'm paying twice. It's kind of crazy, right? All right. All right. I like this one too. Pay the full balance and then dispute. Now, this is another one where you pay the full balance to get the credit score bump. You pay the full balance to get the credit score bump. And then you go back, right? Zero balance on the charge off. And then you re-look at it for inaccurate reporting, because just because you paid it, it doesn't mean that the creditor is still reporting it correctly. The law is clear there, right? All right. Okay, so that's it. Those are the 10 strategies, the 10 things that we used. I hope you got some value from this video. This is Mark Claiborne, your mentor, your coach, and your lead generation master. I wanted to give you guys something free. I got a big event coming up next weekend, the Credit Repair Business and Lead Generation Mastery event. If you want to learn more about credit repair, running your credit repair business and lead generation, go ahead and visit me. Come see me at startupcreditrepairbusiness.com. Take care.